It's Holy Saturday. So on Holy Saturday, I thought it would be a good idea to just give a brief devotion from Romans chapter 4. So this is just a simple phrase. It's a common phrase. And I'm reading from the King James Bible today. Sometimes I like to do that. I have all kinds of different English versions, and because they help me understand the Greek and the Hebrew that I read. Far from being a scholar, I read it and I do the best I can with it. But nonetheless, it helps you know that your English translation is accurate and true. And for no other reason except because of the beauty of the language. This morning from the King James Bible, Romans chapter 4, "Blessed is the man to whom the Lord will not impute sin." Now, you'll get all kinds of translations, but the word there, impute, is so wonderful. It is so beautiful. So this is the place where we find that God gets to determine everything about us. That what God determines about us, that's the way it is. The word impute means to account. To reckon, logizomai. That's the Greek word for it, logizomai, and it's an accounting term. It's the banker sits down with the books and counts up the numbers and then determines the sum total, and whatever it adds up to, that's what the sum total is. Blessed is the man to whom the Lord will not impute any iniquity. Blessed is the man that the Lord will not impute any sin. The reason why the Lord won't impute any sin to us, the reason why He won't calculate our sins, are we not sinful every day? I mean, in thought, word, and deed, are we not sinful every day? Well, of course we are. But God does not count that against us, because what Jesus did on Good Friday, He did for the whole world, and He did for you and for me. He took away our sin. He removed our sin. And so that God isn't sitting there with a balance sheet counting it up every moment, all the days of our life. Instead, Jesus removed it. Jesus took it away. How would you live between you and God if you knew that between you and God there is no sin? How would you live? How would you pray? How would you rejoice? How would you give thanks? How would you trust if you knew that between you and your Father in heaven there isn't any sin? Well, the way you answer that question, live that way, because that is indeed the truth. It is finished.